The unburied dead are coming back to life. Coming back to life.
My name's Mark Warman.
I'm Darren Kirkpatrick.
And we get paid to bring dead cars back to life. We work with my best friend Royal and my son-in-law Josh. We search far and wide to find how a car was built, where it spent its life, and how it died. After that, we bring it back to look exactly the way it did on the day it was born. If we don't kill each other.
Just shut your mouth before I actually punch you out.
Can I leave a handprint on your face?
You got size 16 shoes.
15.
15.
Thank you,
He wears snowshoes.
Do you know that I just watched the History Channel's Woolly Mammoth show the other day, and it was a 12. So you've got a bigger foot than a woolly mammoth. Congratulations. And you live in today's environment. Look at that. Look at that hoof.
What's that hair growing out of your nose right here? You got a big hair growing out of your nose.
You watch a video? So today I rounded up the guys, and we're gonna watch a tutorial video on installing our new shop crane. I had written one of the guys there, Tim, a few months back, and asked him if he thought he could make us something that we could duplicate like an assembly line process.
My name is Tim Louglin. I work for a company called Gorbel. Gorbel makes the shop crane. Gorbel is the largest crane manufacturer in North America. So the shop crane is a new line for us. It's about 2 years old, and we have a tremendous amount of expertise in overhead handling. So we had all this technology. We decided to make a crane that was more for the homeowner, the small shop, body shops. It's for people working on engines. It's for people working on cars. So this is a product it's very affordable for a small shop, but it makes life so much easier. It's a one-hand operation, it's a one-man operation, and it's safe.
After watching the video, it looks fairly simple. According to them, in a couple of 2-3 hours, 2 guys might be able to put the entire system together. I'm thinking I got 4 or 5 guys with Tim, and we should be able to have it done in half that.
Rebar. Rebar.
Yep. Oh, you hit rebar?
However, I didn't take into consideration to be half the IQ as well.
When I was drilling holes for the bolts to mount the post down with, I hit some rebar.
The concrete bit that we used, the first hole that we drilled, it went through it no problem at all, effortless, because there was no steel rebar in the way. The second hole, we hit rebar at about 3.5 inches.
If I had to blame anybody, I'd blame Mark.
Royal said it's my fault?
Yeah.
That we hit rebar?
Yeah.
So I built a building in 1974, Royal, and I forgot to give you a map of where the rebar is? And here we are again. My guys screwed it up like they do everything. So no, didn't get to do it in half the time. I am doing work today. Okay, why don't you ask Henry Ford what he was doing on the assembly line, okay? I'm making sure that everything is done right.
I wasn't aware of the challenging people I would be working with today, so it's taking a little bit longer than we anticipated. But it is very quick and easy for it to go up, and it just makes life so much easier.
It appeared to me that Royal and Tim had everything under control. It looked like they were getting a rhythm on. I didn't want to interrupt that. We had a banner that needed to be hung, so I decided I'd get Dumb and Dumber, the remaining Stooges, to give me a hand setting the banner on the wall. Preload this. I want to have some...
I thought you would bring it down, then it would be at the top.
Life's lesson number 386. You're a dummy.
Go ahead, Mark.
You're a human dummy. Do everything yourself, because Darren's an idiot.
Well, it took 3 people
Problem is you're stupid.
an hour to hang it.
Anybody.
It took 3 guys to hang the banner. There was maybe a guy or 2 watching, and 2 people are basically putting up the crane.
Straight.
God, what the is wrong with you, you pig-eared...
Darren, don't bother doing anything.
All right.
Yeah, Darren, are you okay watching? You all right?
I don't know
you
what
got the
you want
watching
me to do.
down?
I'm not a mind reader, Tim.
I think Darren, I think he's funny. He tends to want to just run the vacuum and not do a tremendous amount of work, and just bust people's chops.
That's the difference between me and you.
Yeah.
You're all fast. You run fast.
He's in nice shape. You're big and fat.
Novocaine.
I'm not poking at anybody or making fun of anybody. I didn't do anything all day long.
That's all Darren's doing is torturing people. He's not doing any work. That is, his whole focus is to upset people.
Martin gets his shirt from the tent maker now.
Once we have the shop crane assembled, I envision that we're going to be able to duplicate the assembly line process. If you look back at the old photos or talk to any of the guys that used to work on the assembly line, basically what happened was they had an overhead trolley system that would support the car, which was a basically done car from the standpoint of body and paint and trim. It would come along on this trolley system, and setting below it on jigs was the front suspension, the rear suspension, which housed the motor and the transmission. It would be simply lowered down over the top of those components, tightened up, and rolled to the next point on the assembly line. That's what we're going to be able to do.
For the most part, everything went really good. I think, now that they've seen it up and they pick up the CUDA and they start moving it around, they see what the shop crane's all about. It's pretty amazing. So they're very pleased with it.
That's great. I could actually put a motor and transmission in one of these cars by myself.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Without scratching a brand new painted up fender well.
And that's a lot of like what we've seen people doing with it. Putting body on chassis.
Yeah.
Pulling motors out, things like that have just been, it's incredible.
It's going to take out a lot of the back-breaking work. It's going to make things a lot easier, a lot faster, a lot better.
At first, it took Tim a while to kind of understand Darren and where Darren was coming from. But, oh man, it took probably 15, 20 minutes of being around Darren, and Tim had him figured out and started goofing off and, punching right back at Darren.
Whoa, what's wrong with you? Wait a second.
I know, it's crazy.
That's the first productive thing you have done all day.
All day.
All day.
Seriously, it is.
I don't think so, Tim. He comes on here, he's a big football star. I played football, just college, and I'm big and tough and all this stuff,
Buddy. How are you, man?
Good, how are you? Good. Nice to see you. I finally found a good use for the Corvette. We're gonna hang the nuts for the Mopar off of the Corvette and paint them. So we finally found a good use for the Corvette.
Those idiots are going to be over there for the next 2 hours looking for the same bolt sitting right in the top of the toolbox. Meanwhile, I'll have to figure out what to do with the engine that's not suspended. There went the breaker. There it's back on. Hate their guts. No. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, Royal.
Just trying to get stuff done.
Yeah, that's what I always get the impression of. Okay.
Watch out, Big Will. Behind you, buddy. Don't step back.
But I don't think that's going to work.
So you had geometrically got it.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you try
I did
being
not.
nice
I
to
did
him?
not. I thought when we
You
pulled
don't
this arm
listen.
out this far that we were okay. The motor is too far back on the cherry picker to be able to lower it down onto the K-member, so we need to suspend the motor a different way.
We can hook it up to that crane.
We almost need to. Almost gonna have to. Here we've got the legs on the cherry picker that are too long. And so when we try to get in and hover straight over the center of the K-member, we can't get in that far. What are we gonna do? I gave the guys permission to move it over to the shop crane, raise it up in the air, put it wherever you want, drop it down on that K-member. And in the case of this, I don't have to worry about the Three Stooges forgetting to put a bolt in the cherry picker leg and having the whole thing come tumbling over like it did a few months back.